Hi, my name is Prerak Sharma, first year Data Science and AI MBA student at IIT Mandi. I am look very happy today because we are preparing for the batch mixer of MBA. So on 10th, this event will begin and we are doing a cultural performance in it. We are performing Himachal traditional dance that is known as Nati. I see I was trying to look away from the camera to make the conversation look casual, but I won't do it again. This is a bad way. If I'm talking to someone, I have to talk them right into their eyes. This is how you build communication skills. This is how you build more trust. This is how my words make more impact. I don't know what impact is it doing right now, but uh, I want you to observe. If I look directly into your eyes, right now I'm seeing into the camera, and behind the camera you are right there. If I look directly into your eyes, does my way of speaking or does my word have any effect on your presence? Or if I blink, does it have any change? I believe that looking directly into the eyes without blinking or blinking less has a better coordination effect or better communication effect. One more thing I realized, I don't have that much hold in English right now. I can't have normal conversations in English, but that will change because it requires practice, as you all also know from my previous videos, and practice is what we are doing today and every day. It is, I believe, the 12th day of talking directly into the camera for 20 minutes straight. So yeah, I was telling that you guys were preparing traditional Himachali folk dance that is known as Nati for the batch mixer. It was fun. I didn't expect that I will have to become the teacher and teach my friends Nati. It was a good experience. I believe that I know how to explain things to people, and how much whatever I knew, I just told them, and with basics, right from the basics, because I believe, like all might have, or if you don't, if you haven't seen my post on LinkedIn, I would prefer you all to go to my LinkedIn and check the recent post in which I am in my white shirt behind the IIT Mandi campus. In that post I mentioned, you are only allowed to call yourself an expert if you can teach what you know to a kindergarten child. If you're not able to do it, you probably have to strive. Strive till when? Strive till you get to that level of experience or that level of expertise that even a kindergarten kid cannot understand your jargon. That is the time when you can actually say that I'm an expert. So I believe whatever I know, I am able to teach them nicely. And that happened today during our dance practice also. I knew Nati, and whatever steps I knew, I just taught it to everyone. It feels nice. People who weren't able to do anything at first, thinking that it might be difficult, step by step teaching them and making them realize their potential, then that it is not easy. Everything can be mastered by practice. And eventually, after practicing 2 3 times with better techniques and better pedagogy, I learned a new word in my orientation session. Pedagogy is the way of teaching. It can include anything, case study method, directly activity based method. So I did that and I taught Nati to my friends. It felt great, to be honest. People who never knew how to do it, people who were afraid that no, this is impossible. It was not me that made it simple. I just told them whatever I knew in the most basic form. Whatever steps that I was doing, I just told them do it somehow, and they did it. And here they are, they all are ready and willing to prepare Nati better, and are confident in doing it in front of our teachers and everyone. So it feels great. Although wanted my time to I wanted to preserve some time for my studies. But yeah, social interaction is important and it is a part of my life. The next 2 years and the next whole life, these people whom I'll connect with in IIT are the people whom I will have connections with later on in my life. So I have to be in touch. It's not even an obligation that I have to say I have to. I like performing. I also, in my heart I want to perform. That is the sole reason why I went there, and it felt great. I'll let you know how things escalate, and whatever progress that we are making, you'll receive everything firsthand from my YouTube. What more I can tell you? Yeah, today in like I told you, the thing I like, one more thing that I like most about IIT is that we are being taught Bhagavad Gita by our esteemed professor, who is extremely knowledgeable in Indian knowledge system and our Indian science, Indian history, Vedic scriptures and all. So he is teaching us Bhagavad Gita. He knows a lot of stuff. I In the previous video I mentioned that I asked him about intellect, about intelligence, and I didn't expect that the whole session, the whole 1.3 hour, the whole 50-minute session, I believe it is a 50 minutes or 100-minute session, yeah. The whole 1.4 hours would go into my question. To explain intelligence, it took us so time. It took us so much of time. Probably we just had 10 minutes left in the end to move into our next topic, which sir was teaching us. So this is how vast these things are. To understand intelligence, I have to know about each and every process, how perception behaves, how perception acts, how these things are done. So it felt great. I'll tell you one thing. So sir mentioned that what do we all desire? We desire happiness. Happiness, definition of happiness might be different for you, it might be different for me, but in the end all we seek is happiness. Manifestation of happiness might be different, so this is one thing. And the ultimate thing that we all want is to be loved and to love. And what is love? I like the way that he taught us love. So if I ask you guys what love is, try to associate some things with love. What will you somehow call as love? Gifting your mom something, right? Telling someone that you love them through words, through body gestures, you can tell that, yeah, I love you. Physical expression is a way. Gifting, yeah, I already mentioned that gifting is a way. Verbal is a way. Touching someone is a way. And one thing that we'll notice that is common in it, right? It is always about the other. We don't gift ourselves. We always gift the other. Whom do we gift? Whom we feel a little escalation in our hearts. I gift something to my mom because I love her. So I tell someone that I love them. I will speak in a good tone. And positivity is an aspect that is associated with love. Anything that we do out of positive reactions. There is nothing negative in love. Totally positive, totally happy. Even if you think about it, love feels blissful, right? And the one thing that was common in all of these activities is it is all about giving to others. Telling to someone is me giving something appreciative words to someone, telling someone that I love them. Gifting my mom, if I gift her something, it shows my love towards her. What more can I associate with it? Mm, yeah, so the thing which was common was giving to them. Love is a service. If you can't serve, you can't love. Imagine there are two people, and imagine there is you, right? And I love you. I love you, but I won't do anything for you. You do your own thing. I love you, but don't expect anything from me. This is an not a quality that is associated with love. When you love someone, all you can think about is how to make the other happy. How can I serve the other? How do you serve the other? Through body. You can, like we in our childhood also, and like sir mentioned that her mother had anemia, and when he was a little kid, her mom used to ask her to walk all over her back so that the painful sensation which people have in anemia, it kind of shuts down. So through body we can do it by gifting someone. So all these activities include service. So love is all about giving to others. And there is one more aspect. which is the total opposite of love, and that is lust. And we, in this society, we find this very often. We get confused between love and lust. Somehow, in our young age, what we do is we like someone's body, or we just like someone, and we confuse it with love. How do I know the difference between love and lust? Lust is all about taking from the other. If I like someone's body, using it for my satisfaction, trying to grab something out of them, extracting happiness from them. It's never about giving. And you might have also heard this statement in relationships a lot. What did I get from this? Nothing. Why? Because it was lust. In the veil of love, it was lust hiding inside. So, how to differentiate between love and lust? It's very simple. When you feel like giving something to the other with no expectations, if you give something to me back, if you reciprocate it, it's good. If you don't, then also it's good. Love is totally about service. When our parents, if I somehow recall what I have given to my parents, some gifts or some money when I started earning first, so I can just remember two or three things. And now, if I take this perspective to the other side and start counting what my parents have done for me or what your parents have done for you, the things or the list won't stop. Even right now, if you ask something, no, they'll be 100% ready to sacrifice anything and give it to you. This is how parents' love is. Totally service based. They are totally open to whatever you want. Even if you don't end up doing something, no, they'll accept it and somehow show you a path just to serve you. That is love. Totally, and ex- no expectations are involved in love. And what more can we talk about from it? Lust is about taking from the other, so it is easy to identify. And the thing which Sir said for intelligence. See, the thing with intelligence is we always have a clash going on in our mind between two entities, love and not love, between intelligence and the mind. We all know what things are rational, what things will make a positive impact in our lives. And our intelligence tells us already. You might have had this feeling that I know that it is wrong, but I still want to eat it. This gulab jamun is bad for my health. It has sugar in it, but yeah, but let's eat it anyways. What is this clash going on? We know what is the rational decision, but still we end up doing the opposite. It is the clash of the mind and the body. Mind tells us to not do. Mind tells us to, yeah, listen to the, I want pleasure. Mind totally wants pleasure. It is a slave of senses. It wants pleasure somehow. So how does it get pleasure? By eating that mithai, by uh, taking advantage of someone. And intellect knows that this is not the right thing, and it always guides us. So how the statement which I mentioned in the previous video, and which Sir also mentioned during the orientation session, mind governed by intelligence will lead to its success. How does that happen? And also, Sir also mentioned one more thing, right? In the Bollywood movies, our brains are hacked by this mindset or by this formula that whenever there is a clash between your heart and your mind, always listen to your heart. But in reality, it is totally the opposite. If you somehow find a clash between your heart and your mind, or between your mind and your intelligence, always listen to the intelligence. Long term long term repercussions are good if we go with intelligence. Mostly rational things make sense over the long term. I might My mind must tell me to do something irrational, which might have short term benefits, but in the longer run it will affect me only. Short term, you might think that doing a protest is fine, but in the long term, if somehow you end up in jail, your rationality doesn't make sense. Going with the mind doesn't make sense if your whole career gets destroyed. So this is one thing that you all also should take away from this video. What two things that you all should take away from this video is the difference between love and lust. Love, just attach the word service with love. Anything, any feeling that you have of serving others, guru shishya relationship. The guru is just serving to his students by giving all knowledge that he has. He doesn't expect student to give anything to him. Guru Dakshina is another thing, but he just wants his knowledge to be given to the students. And students are also not exploiting the teacher. They also want to grab knowledge, and they also try to somehow do something from their actions and try to impress their guru through their actions. This is a total and no expectations involved relationship. This is what love is. And lust is, on the other hand, is somehow try to extract something from the other. This is not how things operate. So the first thing which you should take away from this video is love. What love is: to serve other, to serve the other in any basis. If you have a feeling to serve the other, and if two people who just want the other to be happy get together, they'll have a longer term relationship. Otherwise, we all are seeing divorces happening, and the statement which is used in all these cases is, "What did I get from this relationship?" The statement is itself tells us that someone wanted to extract something out of it. That only happens if you have lust involved in it. And there are many cases in which you initially have lust, but it somehow turns into love. But anytime, mostly the society is operating on lust. So if you don't find a relationship worth serving to others, it's better to refrain yourself from these activities and be happy. Try to figure out something on your own end. And the other thing which I want you all to take away from this video is intelligence. Between mind and intelligence, always go with the intelligence. Intelligence knows, we all know, guys, what the rational decision is. In the long term, only rationality will come to your help. Doing irrational things or unethical things in the short term, thinking that yeah, it has an opportunity, it has less risk involved, and it feels justified to you, it doesn't mean that that thing is right. Every second after doing that sin, your mind will revolve around that only. It won't let you sleep. For short term, it feels nice to be unethical and somehow grab the opportunity. It is justified. This is how an unethical mind operates. It somehow creates a justification of unethical things. But this is where intelligence has to play its role. This is where you have to let intelligence play its role. We all know what's right and wrong. There is no issue in that. But intelligence should be this strong. You must have control over your mind this much. You can tell your mind to shut down for a second and let the intelligence prevail. Intelligence should govern the actions of the mind. This is how a person gets to the other level. This is how a person gets ethical and has a better life. And trust me, guys, it gives you another sort of relief. Doing unethical things will keep your will affect your sleep. You won't get a sound sleep if you have done something unethical. Just be true to yourself. You don't need to prove anything to others. Just be true to yourself. If by your actions you are getting a sound sleep at night, you are doing some great things in life. That should be the only goal. Money will come, yeah, like in the previous video, everything is temporary. This happiness is temporary. The moment happiness comes, it carries some misery along with it. It might take some time to escalate, but yeah, it carries some misery with it. So happiness is temporary. Buying new things are temporary. The happiness which we get from buying iPhones and stuff, it is temporary. What stays with us is our interior nature, how we delay our gratification, how we control our mind somehow. Our mind wants pleasure instantly, it can't wait. Intelligence has to govern over the mind and tell it to know, wait, do the thing that is rational, do the thing which makes most sense. This is primarily what I learned from today's lessons. There were also many theories involved, like how transmission in sound, our senses, auditory senses, have transformed the whole universe. How? Because of radio waves. The guy who got to discover radio waves, this was the greatest invention which transformed all our lives. And also light, the root thing, the form thing. Form and audio, sound and light, both have been transformed. That is why I am able to communicate with you all without anything in between. My audio and the vision, the fact that you can see me, these two factors of our senses are possible to transform, to transfer through this screen, through this system which I am having in front of you, through the system which you are having in front of you. So this is how d- transformation has happened in the sense of our sense organs. Moving on to other senses, what we are missing right now. We all know Zomato, right? Food delivery app. In Zomato, we can just see the photo of the food that we are getting. The day when we can smell that, the day this sensory smell, the smell sensors get transformed through technology, get transmuted through technology, another revolution will come. Like today we can't experience our lives without having a laptop or a TV or some sort of entertainment or our phones. A time will come, or and we are the bringers of that time. We will make that time come to life. If we somehow build some technology or help this transmission come to life, we'll be the change makers. So these are the key takeaways which I want you all to get from this video. I hope this wasn't. I'm not hoping. I gave you value. This video will not go to waste for sure. Learn something from it, write them down, and make them a living reality in your life. You can watch my other videos. I'm trying to improve daily. I'm not trying, I am improving daily. If I'm not improving daily, all these videos are waste of effort. I have to improve myself. I have the whole August with me. I'll let you know the progress which I'll make after this month, after the next month. But I'll make sure to do this thing daily. Thank you so much for watching till the end. This is Prerak Sharma signing off. Bye bye. Take care. Yeah, my links are attached in the description. Okay, my LinkedIn and Twitter. You can follow me there, or if you have any queries, you can, or you have any insights, just comment down below, or even you can DM me on my LinkedIn or my Twitter. Thank you so much.